Meanwhile, Gloria Estefan could only come to our studio in the afternoon, so I stuck around and had a chance to talk to her. I was fascinated to find out her dad was a Vietnam vet, what she did to overcome her own shyness, as well as her fact that she is a part owner of the Miami Dolphins and is very excited about a brand new CD that she has out. So let's watch together. All right.
Shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, baby, say you love me. 5, 6, 7 times. Get on your feet. Get on your feet.
So tell me about this is your first album in English in 8 years.
Yes, it is. We had a Grammy-winning album 4 years ago in Spanish, 90 Millas, which was fantastic. But, you know, at this point, I've done so many albums, and we've never gone into the studio thinking, oh, let me do another album.
Right.
You have to have an idea, a musical idea, something you want to share. And Pharrell Williams actually called me up and said, I want to run something by you.
Now, tell everybody who he is.
He's an amazing artist, performer, writer, producer. Pharrell has NERD, the Neptunes, and he's also worked with Madonna, Britney Spears, Gwen Stefani. He's a great producer. Very edgy and, you know, urban sensibility. And he had an idea for me.
So this album's going to be great, and I know it's going to be a big success. And as an English-speaking person, I feel responsible to make it successful.
I hope so, too.
Good. So now I got to talk about what else you do. You're also a tremendous philanthropist, and you spent a lot of time with the Miami Project. Why not? You were in Miami, and after your accident, knowing that paralysis could have come to you, you've helped them raise $40 million.
I have, and we gave them $1 million, and I've got 3 songs that goes automatically to the Miami Project. Coming Out of the Dark, Always Tomorrow, and Path to the Right Love, which are songs that to me kind of came through me and have been very helpful, as my fans tell them, in people's lives, like music was to me a healing force. So all the money I make from those songs goes directly there. I want to be a part of that cure because I was so lucky. You know, it could have been completely the other way. The scenario they were telling me was not what I'm living now.
Let's talk about something else that matters to you, this country. You do a lot for the troops. In fact, you were in a program where troops read books to their kids.
Yes, that's a great idea. And my dad actually had come up with that idea when I was a kid, because when he went to NAM, you know, none of these things existed. He actually went out and bought a reel-to-reel quarter-inch tape. Nobody probably out there remembers this stuff. He got one for him and one for us. And he would talk to us, because my baby sister was 3 when he left, and he didn't want her to forget what he sounded like. And then I would play my guitar and sing for him, and he'd take it into his tent, bring all the officers in, and they would tell me, because he would never say it, but that he would cry. And I heard a tape, one of those tapes where he says, Glorita, I have no doubt one day you're going to be a big star. I only heard that a few years ago because it breaks my heart to listen, but he knew and he loved it.
I know you care about politics too.
I do.
And you missed the debates the other night, but you see the aftermath. Governor Perry of Texas comes out and says, you know what? My state policy in Texas is if you're an illegal immigrant and you go to high school there, you're going to get tuition breaks just like any other resident. As someone of Hispanic descent.
And an immigrant. Hello,
and an immigrant.
Yes. I was legal, though.
You were legal. How do you stand on that? Because other Republicans, like Governor Mitt Romney, when he was in Massachusetts, didn't want that.
Look, a lot of people aren't going to want what's happening in general with the immigration situation. It kind of upsets me that it becomes a hot button issue every time there's an election, and then it goes away.
Right.
And I'm an immigrant. There has to be an orderly way for people to come into our country. There's no doubt about it. But there's a lot of people, you know, like 12 million that are in this country, and they're paying sales taxes. They're part of the economy. They're taking jobs that maybe Americans really don't want, you know, and they add a lot to the country. So if a kid's been here and they've graduated high school, I would say, you know, why not?
And now I got to ask you about what else. The hot thing in music is the X Factor, The Voice, American Idol. How do you feel about what some are calling maybe a shortcut to success?
Shortcut? That is suffering all the way, baby. At least when I did my music, you know, before it exploded.
You broke out at 17, would you say?
No, it took me 10 years. By the time that we became famous with Dr. Beat, it was 85. I joined the band, actually, October 25th of 75 was my first gig. So I had a good 10 years to prepare. These poor people get thrown out there, in front of millions of people. They have to stand and take the critique, take the criticism, get bashed, and still sing.
You've been, your boyfriend, your husband, same one, 33 years,
33 years, 35 together, married 33, and he was my first and only boyfriend. Can you believe that?
That is unbelievable.
That was, yes, it was.
Especially someone as sexy as you, I can imagine the suitors were nonstop.
Oh, so sweet. No, he was my first boyfriend, baby, my first and only.
Right.
At 17 was a little different. I was very shy. I took care of my dad all through high school, so I didn't date. I didn't go out. I had no social life. And he says that that's why it's good, because he's the only thing I've ever known.
Wow.
You know, baby, I don't have to have hamburger to know I got filet mignon at home.
Gloria Estefan, thanks so much.
Thank you.
First boyfriend. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I like
great.
that analogy, the filet mignon one.
Yeah, it was very good. She talks so quick, it took me a second a few times. But the other thing is, she does own the Dolphins, and she did, for a while, she got up on the erasable board and showed me different plays the Dolphins should be running. And unfortunately, we did not have time to go through that.
Oh, doggone it.
Too bad.
But